Ladies and gentlemen, to the dash for KMR on 105 The Drive. Race 1. Dash 1. This is for the pole and inside line. So, we have in our Dash 1 Speed B, Fractured Chain, both on the pole. Landon Cypress, Ghost Train, All Guns, Stampy, Paintbrush, Beloved Car, Ender James with a hot seat. Squid Jr. moved over to Dash 1. Just a touch short-handed, 16 out of 20, but that's okay because KMR is about to roll with the first dash. And we have with us in the booth my esteemed colleague, Speedy Driver, and my other esteemed colleague, Dale Jr., both who will be featured in Dash 2. What are your thoughts, guys, as we get ready to get started?
Looks like it's going to be a fun race, and hope these boys have fun and can make their way up to start as far up in the race as possible.
This race and everything is going to be to set the tone. I'm looking to see who runs the high line the best and who runs the bottom line the best. Everybody's going to try and shoot for that middle, though, too.
Definitely, man. Well, I'm interested to see where everybody and how everybody does, man. Let's get this thing underway. The countdown for famous words in all of electronic motorsports. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, press that button.
Your engines.
Yay! Get it underway. Let's go. You know, we're not like Fox commentating here and everything else and stuff, so it's not going to be perfect, guys.
So, full KMR rules for the dash. DNFs can and probably will happen. That just means that they start in the rear of the field for this 520 scheduled to run. So far, we've got 16. That should fill out as time goes on. KMR starting a little bit behind schedule. That's okay. A lot of good teams set up to run this race, though, so I feel happy about that.
Cookie, I'm more or less looking to see how Penske and Stewart-Haas are going to work together in this first dash. A couple of us Penske Stewart-Haas drivers are in the second dash to see, you know, how they improve.
Right.
So we'll see how they can work together as well, because they just started forming this team this year. It's something new that everybody's come up with.
Right.
And some people are in new cars. The 88, you know, Dale Jr., no longer in the 88. He had switched to the 4 with the 4 car for Stewart-Haas Racing. He's in charge of that team this year. What's your thought on that?
Man, I tell you what, you know, overall, I think that, you know, I have mixed feelings. I wish that team the best, and I hope everything works out for them. But, you know, I just think I want to see a difference. I want to see whether this makes a difference in how they perform and how they do this year. And I'm going to tell you something. I think that we're having some technical difficulties because unless you guys are in the race, I'm not in the race yet. And I don't know what
I'm still on the start screen here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm still on the loading screen right at this point in time.
We'll see what happens here. Should be should be rather interesting what happens. And everything. So,
you know, I did talk to Dale Jr. the other day, and I asked him his question. You know, what's it going to be like switching from a Chevy to a Ford? You know what he said?
What was that?
It's going to be like a different pair. It's going to be a different pair of underwear because he's used to driving a Chevy. You know, he's always been in the 88. You know, now he's going to a 4 with the 4 car. You know, so it's going to be a different feel for him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I imagine it is. And while we sit here and wait for the 500 to get rolling here, or wait for the dash to get rolling, of course, more technical difficulties. We're here at Daytona for the start of Season 4 of the Modern Era, and this is the debut for these new NH2 model cars. Here we go. Finally, we get rolling.
There we go. We got it going.
Getting ready to get rolling here today. Good Lord, it took forever. Getting ready to go green, green flag.
Someone up front looks like they missed a shift. Fractured. Oh my God, Fractured starting on the pole. I don't know how he likes that. That's kind of scary.
Looks like everybody is fighting to get to the bottom is what it's looking like.
Oh no,
Everybody's trying to line up on the bottom.
I said they love paint outside there. He has no room to get to the bottom. No room.
And in Fractured Chain, he is hugging that bottom. But this is a dream come true. When we first got the dash grid order together, it didn't look like he was going to be anywhere near the front. But now all of a sudden, he gets into the front, largely because of the hot seat drivers. Got a battle in the back, too, guys. It's getting spicy back there. These guys have got to go get it and go get it right now.
Coming to the backstretch, they like that single file. You know, in the real 500, everybody liked that single file and they couldn't make a move. On the game, that single file and everything, it likes to do a bumper glitch. So you have to drive for the bumper glitch.
Very well said, Dale. All guns in the 21 looking real good in this dash.
Speed B and Ghost Train battling for second place. And then that
we got a spin in the back. Spin in the back.
Oh.
Caution is
That was
out.
bad.
That one looked like it hurt.
Well, let's see who we got as DNFs.
I say that's going to probably produce a couple DNF cars there. That looked like fourth place on back. Looked like, God, that reminded me of Davey Allison's crash and everything back in '94.
Well, everyone looks pretty good so far. A lot of cosmetic damage, but no full-on damage thus far. Oh, well, we do have one who got some major damage. That was Ender James in the 5. What a tough start for him. Did not get any engine damage, though, which is good for him. Landon Cypress also involved in that wreck, and he is completely torn up, and that is a DNF. Landon Cypress is DNF out of this event, and will get the last starting spot on the grid in the 47.
Can you
Not
remind me
wanna
how to
start.
change the telemetry on that? Show damage?
Once you pull up the telemetry, you just press RB. Just press RB and it will change the telemetry. But yeah, the 47 car is out of this race. It should be deemed a DNF, although he is in pit road getting that adjusted. But man, didn't take long for things to get spicy enough. We already have one casualty, and of course he will be in the 500. But out of that dash thus far, and man, it just has to hurt to have that happen. So we wish him the best.
You know, I'm following Fractured with the 22 on his telemetry and stuff. He's doing pretty well and everything just on tires alone. I mean, he's only using 2% on the left rear. His right rear's at 2.3%. I'm thinking he's trying to save tires even though he's up in front.
Could be.
Looks like we got one car, all guns, pulls off into the pits. Try to maybe make some adjustments and work on that car a little bit, fix the damage, and see what he can do out on the restart.
And so this time around, you know, a lot, as you mentioned, Dale, a lot of new faces. Which change for the new season surprised you the most?
Well, with the whole new, you know, people going now to the Hendrick, you know, you got the 5 car with Ender, who was a big surprise, and then Speed B, he's like, yeah, I'm going to take the 24, you know. Just a whole new faces and stuff with that group. You know, they take a risk and everything of, you know, they were in Fords before last year, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm correct on that.
Yeah, well, Speed B was definitely in the 21.
You know, and now with the Wood brothers being a single car and everything, who do they line up with and everything this year, you know? There's nobody for a teammate and everything with that car, so who knows?
Yeah. Speedy, what about you? What move surprised you the most coming into this new season?
I believe with what surprised me the most was so many different team changes, different car number changes, car style changes, just all the changes directly between the teams and drivers. I think it's gonna mix some things up, and it's gonna be big different feel to see how all these different groups of people work together through the season.
Guys, we're lining up to come to the green flag here. The double file coming to the tri-oval.
And you know what? The grid looks awfully similar to the way it was before. Fractured Chain Speed B coming to the checker. Here we go. Green flag.
Green flag is out. Ooh.
Breaking
Ender
that
almost
double
made me
yellow
think
line.
of movie.
Yeah.
Ender
trying to get
almost
that
made me
yellow
think
line
of movie.
there.
He thought better of it.
Cookie, we do have 2 DNFs, Stampy and Landon. So
That's
there was
right.
2 DNFs out of that wreck.
Thank you for reminding me. I thank you for telling me that. Stampy is also out. And Stampy was that 4 car, pretty sure, or yeah, the 14, I'm sorry, and I'm pretty sure you're going to have a word with him after this dash race. Oh, Ghost. No.
There was a block on the outside. Ghost Train's not going to like that. I don't know what happened between him and Fractured, but there was contact.
And that
there was
bumper
contact
glitch.
between him and Fractured.
And that bumper glitch will take you out every time, and that's exactly what happened. Bumper glitch, and now Ghost Train, although he's still in, Ghost Train decides to back it on out, and that's a DNF, and that hurts because it pits him back in the field some. All Guns also involved in that skirmish with damage to the left side. That's going to definitely hurt his chances. Let's get back up to the race lead. And I believe we're under caution. We're under caution again.
I say they called a caution on that one. Yep.
I believe they called the caution because Ghost Train DNF'd it, so I believe they threw that caution for that to follow the field back up.
Okay, yeah, and pit road will be open this time. I'll tell you, back on that subject of big changes, the biggest change for me that I was shocked at more than any other change. Happy about, you know, me personally as a team owner as well, but shocked at the same time. Ghost Train deciding to leave Stuart Haas. Ghost Train's so loyal to Stuart Haas and to that organization, and really, you know, bringing the championship to that organization, being as efficient as he is at the road courses and everything, and all the things that he went through in that season. Not having good teammates, not having a full team on race 1, and having nobody to race the rest of the season. I mean, just really was put through his paces there, and has made the decision to leave and to come over to CMR, the newly formed team, as a affiliate of RCR, an extension of RCR, much like the 13, and just wow. What a difference he has already made to CMR in improving the racing and everything. And even though he got involved in that skirmish here in the dash, it's just amazing to see that move, and to have him on board has just been awesome. Pretty much from the beginning, man. It's just been an awesome experience. So nice to have him on.
Well, from what I see and everything with them double filing on the backstretch, we've only got 7 cars. You know, we started with what, 16, or how many did we start with?
9, 10. We started with 10.
Started with 10. We're down to 7. All Guns did not DNF out of that. Ghost Train had the most damage on it. So, I mean,
and they're playing right into Fractured Chain's hands here. Fractured wants to see this because it maintains his position on the lead, and so, you know, he wants that pole for the 500 more than anything. That's what he wants, is the pole. So they're giving it to him,
but
playing
you know
right
what,
into his
though?
hands.
That also puts a target on his back, though, too. I mean, Speed B looked like he had a lot of moves to the outside that he could have taken and did not.
That much is true as well.
We're about ready to come to the tri-oval, guys. We got
looks like
8
we're about
laps
ready to go
go.
green, and we'll see what happens.
It'll be 7 laps to go at the line. Back in the field for the 500.
Here we go.
Kind of crowded back there.
Green flag is out again.
Green flag.
Hey, let's turn it up this lap.
Oh, was he clear? Oh, Fractured gave him the bottom line. Speedy on the bottom comes to the lead. Back and forth. Fractured got moved out by the 24 Chevy car. Oh, oh! Oh!
Ooh, Fracture's in the wall.
Oh!
And Speed
Trouble!
losing it.
Trouble, Speed B around. I'm sure that'll bring out the caution. And Speed B is done. Speed B is done.
DNFs.
He wrecked it out.
Oh.
Let's see. Fracture Chain got the worst end of that, getting that bumper glitch. On our turn it up lap, these guys tear it up. Pit road will be open this time by
But Fracture
under the caution.
looks like he is still okay.
Yeah, he's fine. He can get that repaired.
Right.
I say your top five is who we got here for top five? We've got Paintbrush, Squid, All Guns in the 3 position, Beloved and Fractured. Speed B is our latest DNF.
And so, guys, right now for the inside line, this is the way it looks. The 14, the 47, the 8, the 24 thus far. DNF, and they start themselves in the back.
Look at that change in 1 lap for All Guns. He restarted 7th, and he is now all the way up to 3rd.
And right in crunch time.
Because of some carnage.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, I talked to All Guns in the offseason, and he was actually kind of excited to get that 21 car. He says that he feels like Trevor Bayne now being for the Wood Brothers. You know, just to be in that legendary number, he was like, I get to drive the Wood Brothers? Oh, my God. You know? Leonard Wood and everything said, don't worry, boys. We got your engines. We're good. Don't worry about it. All Guns is like, all I got to do is drive. He's like, yep. So, he's ready to go this season.
I tell you what, the dash brings out the evil in most people. That we saw right there, Speed B got to the lead because Fractured had to block the outside lane. Keep an eye on that because during the 500, that's going to play a key in what happens at the end of this thing. However, because of that, Speed B goes by, and now Speed B had to hang on to the lead as pit road's open this time. And so that meant that you got to do what you got to do, you know, and that it just turned out on the wrong end of the deal. But guys, they're battling for the pole position at the 500. Can you imagine what this will mean for any of these guys up front to have to fight for this? Fracture was hungry for it. He made the wrong move. It led to Speed B getting it.
And then he
tried
to make an aggressive move to get back to the front, and unfortunately, it ended up bad for him.
Yeah. And look who is out front, guys. We hadn't talked much about this dude, Lone Paintbrush. Paintbrush came from Stuart Haas to went to the Furniture Row for a season. He was with Joe Gibbs when he first started. It's kind of been a journeyman, and now he ends up with CMR and has signed a long-term deal to remain there for the foreseeable future in at 36. I'm happy to have him on board and have him as a teammate. It's been a long time coming. Speedy, I know you've worked with him a little bit in our practices, man. A bright kid, a bright future. He has an understanding of racing and what's to go on out there, and I look forward to seeing what he is able to do. Now the question is, can he get CMR, their first pole, team pole, can he get that car out front? Or is that chain in the back going to be a problem coming back up through the field? We're getting to that point now.
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, and it's gonna be a fun one to watch.
Here we go. And, you know, we don't have to have a lot of cars out here to have a good run. You know, we're seeing a lot of action here with limited laps, limited cars, because everybody wrecked out. And, you know, we're still getting our show's worth. Brought to you once again by KMR, featured on 105 The Drive, guys. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and check out more races in the past Season 3. Season 4 just getting started.
Entering the tri-oval, we got 4 laps to go at the line. Lone Paintbrush and Squid Jr. restart.
Here we go. Green, 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 boy.
It's in the air.
And there's Fracture Chain right on back up to the front.
Fracture Chain to the outside. 3 wide going into turn number 1.
I knew that chain was going to be a problem. You've got to protect the
and they
outside
left it wide
lane.
open.
Yeah, he did.
They left it open for him.
And
Fractured
just like that,
moved
from last
Back
to
up to
second,
second.
coming in on no more
Fractured
cautions.
kind of reminds me. He reminded me on that move of Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 2001 Pepsi 400 from 6th to 1st, like Dale Sr.'s dad. You know, he did that the same exact way. Went to the outside.
I think
Up on
Beloved,
crunch time.
unfortunately, it looks like Beloved has lost the draft. I think unless they get a caution, I think Beloved is going to be struggling on this one.
With
But we'll
3
see what
laps to
happens.
go. There
Paint
will be
or
no
Fractured
more
testing that
cautions.
outside. This time
He's
by, no more
looking
cautions.
looking for someone to help. He's looking for someone to help him. He wants that
When
lead back.
When they come to the line, 2 laps to go, there will be no more cautions at the line.
Well, that'll be 3 to go, actually. It looks like 2 to go.
We
It'll
are at
actually
3
be
to
3 to
go
go.
right now. 12
It
of
looks like
15?
that, but we run the actual 15th lap. The actual 15th lap counts as a lap. So,
okay.
Yeah, that'll make it 3 to go right now. No more cautions, guys.
Fractured to
And
the
there he is to the
outside.
outside. Side drafted. Fractured Chain is your leader.
Oh, they just
No!
wrecked.
Oh,
No!
lone paintbrush out. Oh,
No!
that is. Oh my
I
God.
don't know if that was lag or what, but ouch.
Man.
Caution is out. And
It shouldn't
your
be.
leader is fractured. They called a caution.
Wow.
They are slowing down on the
Well,
backstretch.
guys, I think this brings us to a white flag shootout. Then it would probably do so with the pit road being open this time by. Then the next time they go green, that's about a white flag shootout. Wow, what a turn of events!
Your top 5 is Fractured Ender, Beloved All Guns, and the 13 car. Lone Paintbrush got knocked out. Wow.
No, he's still
not
in.
I think
DNF.
they're
Paintbrush, he did not
I think they're
DNF.
doubling up and just getting ready to go. I just
Man,
think they're
can we
doubling up,
afford to
getting
do
ready to
that?
go
I think
again.
Paintbrush has got some damage there. So is that safe to do?
I
for
don't know if it's
Paintbrush?
a
I think
wise
they're
choice or
about-
not.
I don't know. 12%
We'll
on
find
the
out.
transmission. We'll find out. Get ready to go green once
He's ready
again
to
on a
go.
weird dash. Here we go.
Green flag. All Guns to the outside, trying to make it 3 wide. Oh, Ender up to the front. Passes Fractured.
Ender James. Look at that.
Man, what a run. Here,
Side
Lone
by
Paintbrush
side,
is doing
Squid and
everything
Lone.
he can. He is trying Lone Paintbrush back to 4th. He's trying to hook up with All Guns to see what they can do on the final laps.
I've got Fractured's camera, so this is going to be an awesome at the line. He's trying to figure out where to go, where to get him.
Oh, and look at that side by side.
Oh,
Paintbrush and All Guns.
All Guns is a little eerie. All Guns is a little bit too squirrely. I think Paintbrush is like, I gotta go.
Oh, side by side, guys. They make contact.
Fractured
Fractured trying to side draft.
Last lap. Fractured
White
did
flag.
lead at the line.
Wow, he's got it on the outside, guys. But here comes Ender right back at him. Ender's got to keep it smooth. They make contact. Ender again, he's able to save it. Fractured Chain to the lead.
Oh,
And Paintbrush to second. Paintbrush to second, and he's got to run
my
on
God.
Fracture. Can he catch him? Can he catch him and make the pass for the win? Come on, Paintbrush. Let's see what happens.
And he's got help. All Guns is pushing him. I don't think he's going to get there, guys. Fractured Chain's
think he's
got
got
the
the time.
pole. Here we go.
I don't think he's got the time. He don't have the
Fractured
time.
No, Fractured Chain to the pole.
Oh.
All Guns went crashing in the infield there. I don't know what that was about. But your pole position is Fractured Chain.
Then the 36, and then the 21, and wow, everybody just backed out after that. And then we have left after that. The 21 was who else? I believe it was Ender. Let me look at the previous race results and see if I can get a glimpse as to who it was. Was it Beloved that got back up to the front? I believe It was beloved.
I think Ender might have saved that enough to get fourth, maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I didn't catch it.
Me either, because they backed out too fast. So I thought they were going to let the car roll a little bit. Good Lord. But guys, what a dash that was. What a dash. And now, Speedy, Dale, we got a dash of our own to get done. Wish you all
Yeah,
the
we got
best
to
out
get
there.
our suits on, get ready to roll.
You know, watching that and everything, I'm actually kind of excited to see how this second one goes here, guys. This is kind of interesting.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Let's see how we go. I wish each of you guys the best. Again, 105 The Drive featuring KMR Racing. Thank you guys for joining us here on
We'll see you at the next duel.
See you at the next one.